Welcome to all to my video. Today I'm going to discuss Dalton atomic theory. The term atom is first introduced by Greek philosopher Demerits, but scientific explanation of atom was given by John Dalton, an English physicist and chemist. It did so many uh, experiments, different elements and compounds. Then he made a generalization called Dalton atomic theory, and he gave a general definition to atom, also for compounds, etc. Okay, Dalton atomic theory. Dalton atomic theory. First, the main points of the Dalton atomic theory, that is, postulates of Dalton atomic theory. First one, all matter is made up of very small, indivisible particles called atoms. That's the first postulates of Dalton atomic theory. All matter is made up of very small, indivisible, that is not divisible. Atom is not divisible. The term atom itself meaning indivisible particle atom. According to Dalton, atom is indivisible, but today we know that atom can be divided. An atom contains fundamental particles like electron, proton, etc. But at that time, during that period, Dalton period, and they thought that it is indivisible particle. So he said so. Okay, all matter is made up of very small, indivisible particle called atoms. The second one, atoms of same elements have same mass. Atoms of same elements have same mass. If we have hydrogen gas, according to Dalton, if we have hydrogen gas that contains, if we have hydrogen gas that contains hydrogen atoms, all atoms are same mass according to Dalton. Okay, and same size and same properties. Okay, and atoms of different element have different mass and size and property. According to Dalton, all atoms of the same element, all atoms of the same element have same properties, same mass, same size, and all atoms of different elements. That is, we take hydrogen and oxygen. They are different elements, so their property is different, their mass is different, their size is different. You take hydrogen gas that contains so many number of hydrogen atoms. Since they have same elements, same element hydrogen, therefore their all atoms are same properties, same mass and size according to Dalton atomic theory. Okay, third one, atoms cannot be created or destroyed or divided in a chemical reaction. In a chemical reaction, atom cannot be created, cannot be destroyed, cannot be divided. According to Dalton, we can create, we can destroy, destruct, or we can divide atom in a chemical reaction. Actually, this is the experimental verification of law of conservation of mass. According to the law of conservation of mass, matter neither be created nor be destroyed. Here, Dalton says that atom cannot be created or destroyed in a chemical reaction. Okay. Next one, compounds are formed when atoms of different elements combines in a fixed simple whole number mass ratio. Compounds are formed when atoms of different elements combine in a fixed whole number mass ratio. This is one of the explanation of law of definite proportion. According to law of definite proportion, elements combines in a definite mass ratio. Here also he says that elements are formed when atoms of different elements in combine in a definite mass ratio. Okay. The fifth one, atoms can be rearranged or combined or separated in a chemical reaction. In a chemical reaction, atoms are separated when compound formation they are combined, and sometimes they are rearranged. Atoms are rearranged to form products. Okay, but these are the points. But these are the 5 points of postulates of Dalton atomic theory. What's the first postulate? All matter is made up of very small, indivisible particles called atoms. And atoms of same elements have same mass, same size, and same properties. And atoms of different elements have different mass, different size, and properties. Atom cannot be created or destroyed or divided in a chemical reaction. The fourth one, compounds are formed when atoms of different elements combine in a fixed simple whole number ratio. These 4 postulates are detailed explained in law of definite proportion. The fifth one, atoms can be rearranged, combined, or separated in a chemical reaction. Okay. Then we are going to discuss merit or advantages of Dalton atomic theory. First one, it could explain law of conservation of mass. What is law of conservation of mass? It explains matter cannot be created nor be destroyed in a chemical reaction. We can transform one form of matter into another form. The same Dalton says that atom cannot be created. Atom means matter cannot be created or destroyed in a chemical reaction. That is, it could explain the law of conservation of mass. The next one, it could explain law of definite proportion. That is, compounds are formed according to Dalton. Elements are formed when, according to Dalton, compounds are formed when element combines in a definite mass ratio. That is, in all cases, Dalton found that elements combine in a definite mass ratio to form compounds. Next one, it could explain compound formation. Yeah, actually, a definite proportion explains compound formation. That is, according to Dalton, also explains compound formation. That is, when elements combine in a definite mass ratio, they form compounds. Okay. Then drawbacks of Dalton atomic theory. First one, it could not explain the divisibility of atom. Now we know atom can be divided. Atom contains so many particles like electrons, protons, neutrons, etc. About 50 particles are now discovered. But Dalton could not explain the divisibility atom. Okay. It could not explain subatomic particles, that is, fundamental particles like electron, proton, etc. The same way, some similarity, some similar. Okay, divisibility means atom can be divided. The atom could not see or could not find out that thing, that is, atom can be divided. No, we can know the theory is that we can divide atoms, and but at that time Dalton said that atom could not be divided, but we can divide because we divide atoms and so many particles, subatomic particles. This point also says that. Okay, it could not explain isotopes. What is isotope? It's an atom of same element but different mass. According to one postulates of Dalton, Dalton says that atoms of same elements have same mass. That's one postulate of Dalton atomic theory. All atoms of the same elements have same mass. But today we know isotopes. Elements have isotope. For example, hydrogen elements. If you take hydrogen gas, that contain a number of hydrogen atoms, all are not same mass. Protium has 1 unit mass. Deuterium 1H1, that is protium, 1 unit mass. 1H2, deuterium, a different mass. Tritium, 3 unit mass. Mass are different even though they are same elements. Okay. Also, carbon isotope, carbon element have 3 types of atoms: C2R, C13, C14. Even though they are atoms of same elements, they have a different different mass. But Dalton could not explain that concept at that time. Okay, these are some points regarding Dalton's drawbacks of Dalton atomic theory. Today in today's video, we have discussed the main postulates of Dalton atomic theory and merits and drawbacks. Also, another drawback, it could not explain isobar. Isobar means atoms of different element but the same mass. It could not explain isobar. What is isobar? Atoms of different element but the same mass. He says that one of Dalton's postulates says that different elements, atoms of different element have different mass, but some atoms of different element have same mass. They are called isobars. But Dalton could not explain that. Okay, that is, he could not explain isotopes, isobar, etc. Okay, what we have discussed today, postulates of Dalton atomic theory. The main postulates of Dalton atomic theory. What are they? All matter is made up of very small indivisible particle called atoms. Atoms of same element have same properties, that is same size and mass. Atoms of different elements have different property. An atom cannot be created nor destroyed or divided in chemical reactions. Compounds are formed when atoms combine in a definite simple whole number ratio. Atoms can be rearranged, combined, or separated in a chemical reaction. Merit, it could explain law of conservation of mass. It could explain law of definite proportion. It could explain compound formation. The main drawbacks of Dalton atomic theory, it could not explain divisibility of atom. Today we know that the atom can be divided, but at that time could not explain this. It could not explain subatomic particle. Today we know atom contains so many particles called fundamental particles or subatomic particles like electron, proton. But Dalton could not explain this at that time. It could not explain isotopes, atoms of same elements but the same mass. Atoms of same elements but the same atoms of same element but a different mass. That is isotope. The property of isotope could not explain by John Dalton. Also isobar. Atoms of different elements but they have same mass. That is isobar. This also could not explain by John Dalton. But thank you for watching. Thank you.